Kurt Russell?
As Captain Ron.
I can see in whose movie?
He's the connecting tissue between both.
He's in both. He's the guy in the boat that's dropping off everyone back to the aquatic.
That's a beautiful idea. Which Wes Anderson film would Captain Ron fit in the best? Not aside from Life Aquatic.
Moonrise Kingdom.
Moonrise King? Yeah, you're right, because it's water.
It's water-based, yeah.
That's a beautiful answer. Yeah, he ferries people back and forth.
That's his retirement gig.
Oh my gosh. I love it. He sells used boats on the island.
Yeah. And he's the cousin of the guy that Kurt Russell plays in Used Cars.
Rudy? You know he wears, in Big Trouble in Little China, Jack Burton wears Rudy's suit to distract those people. Isn't that beautiful?
Do you know what? That's the best Kurt Russell is in Big Trouble in Little China in that sequence.
Oh, yeah. Channeling Rudy?
Yeah.
Just kind of remain quiet. The positive discussion of Big Trouble in Little China, one of my least favourite films of all time. Good.
How can you not like Big Trouble in Little China?
I have watched it.
You should listen to the Lambcast episode, Kyle, where it's a bunch of people who just love Big Trouble.
And me.
And Jay is just, he digs himself in. He had a shovel and he dug himself in and was basically like a pit bull.
This is it.
During the episode.
I've seen it 3 times. I've given it so many chances, and I just endure that film. I find nothing enjoyable about the whole experience of Big Trouble in Little China. Even as I say this, I can hear listeners abandoning the podcast never to return. I'm sorry. Please come back. I may edit this out. I understand I am wrong about this and many other film-based opinions. We had a guest on recently who loved the Before franchise, Before Sunrise, Before Sunset. I hate them. They're so boring. But I get that I'm incorrect. Please keep listening.
It's
please.
Subjective, so it's cool.
Big Trouble in Little China, though. I mean, it's pretty much flawless.
Yeah.
Apart from the bit where I turn it on and think, why am I watching this terrible film?
I'm just going to hang up now.
Yeah. See you later, Niall. So my wife told me, though, that she had to watch it. Well, I screened a lot in my house. So she had to watch it about 4 or 5 times to start loving it. Now it's one of her favorites. So it took her a bunch of screenings to really embrace it and get into its world.
Doesn't sound like a good film to me.
So you got 2 more, Jay.
Well,
yeah, 2 more and you're in.
I don't own it anymore. I never will. No.
Look at the poster. Roger Ebert says you'll love it by the 5th time.
Okay, Roger Ebert has. I know that's a fake quote, but even if it were true, Roger Ebert has some dicey opinions about some films. He's not always been right, that guy.
We got to lay off this, Niall, because Jay just starts digging in. He's trench warfare going on here.
Garbage.
We'll draw the line here then. Yeah, it's probably for the best.
I just didn't get it. There we go. It's all on me.
So why is Thomas Jane's joking when he says 45-foot shark, correct?
I hope so. Well, we've established he didn't go to class. He can't count. He doesn't understand what numbers are.
Yeah, because he hates riddles, too. He never even tries to answer them.
Yeah.
Wait, so we're saying he says 45 because he can't count?
I just think he doesn't know how big 45 feet is.
I think he just said things off the cuff just to kind of... Plus, the script supervisor, I don't think, was working that day, so it...
That's funny, the script supervisor... How big is the shark? Just wing it.
And when he surfaces in the shark guts. That's got to be unpleasant. But he does do another like shampoo commercial hair toss, which I'm just a fan of when he surfaced last time and did that.
Here's the thing, though. I want to ask you guys. You're stuck to a giant genetically modified shark, and you think you are going to be turned into chum, and you somehow survive it, but you have to swim through shark gunk. You might not mind that gunk so much.
Oh, yeah. This is of the possible outcomes, this is preferable to many other ones.
Yes.
It's like Shawshank Redemption when he crawls through poop.
Yes.
Because he's going to freedom.
Yeah, that's worth it. It's worth it. Yeah.
You can stomach stuff. It's like in Big Trouble in Little China when they're going through the sewers and that giant creature comes out and kills one of the guys.
Yeah, if I had to crawl to freedom and I had to watch Big Trouble in Little China as I did it, that'd be worth it. I can't think of another instance where it would be. But
I'm like a phone, a portable DVD player. How are you watching this?
The smallest screen possible. If I have the choice.
Photography of the film, then, so you you'd want a big screen.
Yeah, and you would move a lot slower watching and crawling.
If you put the screen behind me, I'm just going to crawl away from it as fast as possible.
There it goes. Just a DVD, a French used copy. You're just going to crawl away from it as fast as possible.
Absolutely.
But all right, so this shark death, it's an interesting kill because if you think about a lot of these films where the shark is no longer a threat. So in Tremors, the things want to kill him, so you blow him up. In Gremlins, those things could spawn and take over the world. And Underwater, and Love and Monsters, Eight-Legged Freaks, like Jaws, these are all still threats.
Well, the shark is a threat, isn't it? It's going to go and just keep eating.
Yeah. Do you think it's going to go murder a lot of people, or just is it going to go start an army? Is it going to team up with Aquaman? Like, does it just want to get away from people? What is it going to live a Frankenstein's monster style lifestyle?
Well, I think it's going to go, and that boat that's coming in from it's probably going to get those guys first, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just eaten. It's very
2,000 pounds.
Yeah, we worked out on a previous chapter. It's eaten a lot over the course of the past day. It's eaten, something like 2,000 pounds worth of people. So
yeah, but
it does not need to eat.
That's pretty much snacking throughout the day for that.
Yeah,
but that's still like a week's worth of food. It's good. It's fine. It's not going to go for an entire boat full of people. That's
I think
just
it is.
Greedy.
It knows that boat, and it's mad at those people.
Unless it's going to kill them but not eat them, which is a possibility, I suppose.
It's just going to bite their heads off and spit their heads out?
Yeah. It's going to play with them.
To make sure they don't magically heal?
Yeah. And make sure they can't get back to warn civilization that it's coming.
It had to share the food with the other sharks, though, didn't it?
It didn't. Well, gotta get back into this. It shared the tiger shark, and two of them shared Russell Franklin, Sam Jackson. But this shark ate Susan, it ate Scoggins, it ate Jim's arm, it ate Susan. So that's all of them. This one shark has
skinning and
still as three whole people and bits of other people.
I mean, Shaggy and Scooby can eat a lot.
Oh, not the Jello monster again.
No, Cotton Candy Monster, where they ate the entire Cotton Candy Monster during a scene, and the thing was crying out in pain. So maybe it just has a genetically modified digestive tract.
Maybe.
There's a lot of skeletal structures in it right now, though.
It's true, yeah, and it's not used to having bones. It's a shark. Yeah. It's cartilage.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. Well, it's blown up, so no.
It would have been, but it's just been...
That could be very interesting, yeah.
It's just been all around.
I guess it would have been a pretty rough few days had the thing survived.
Oh, that would have been cool if we'd seen a couple of skulls as part of that explosion. There's shark chunks, and then that's Sam Jackson's foot.
The skull.
His arm from Jurassic Park.
Carter's head and knocks him out.
You see Jim's hand still holding a cigarette.
The bird is still alive because it looked like he swallowed the bird.
Different shark. Different shark.
Never mind.
That bird's been burned dead, I suppose.
Yeah, that thing exploded.
You ate my bird.
These are some good questions we're asking. We've done this for 30-some episodes, and we've never talked about skeletal structures inside of the shark.
We'd be out of stuff by now, but we're still going.
And we've never talked about French used copies of Captain Ron DVDs.
I am shocked we haven't covered that before.
Few people have, I believe. I think this might be a world first.
Oh, it's beautiful.
We're breaking new ground here on the Deeply Sea the podcast.
And French Captain Ron. It's beautiful. That should just be a podcast. Where'd you get your copy of Captain Ron? I wonder how many episodes I could record.
I mean, you have to find people with copies of Captain Ron, so good luck to you.
Yeah, I think we've done it, yeah.
I'll just bring you on for every episode, Niall, and make you repeat the story.
In France, secondhand, there we go.
Is that the name of the show?
In France, secondhand, there we go.
No, so
hard to search
Jay,
for.
As much as you know about Rennie Harlan explosions, so you know Die Hard 2. Do you think the explosions in this are better than Die Hard 2's explosion?
Oh, I don't know. I like the Die Hard 2 explosion quite a lot. I think the helicopter explosion we have earlier is this film has two great explosions. There's the giant one that's bigger than it has any right to be, but also we mapped out that it is actually fine. There's fuel tanks and the path of the explosion works nicely. That's a huge explosion, and you have this one. They're both iconic. And I think Die Hard 2, it has been a few years, but I think that has one. There's the plane crashing down is a pretty big explosion.
And then there's Bruce getting ejected from
that's the other one.
Yeah.
That's more iconic because of the shot of him flying up towards the camera and back down again. I don't remember the explosion beyond that. So yeah, I'm going to say Deep Blue Sea has better explosions, but it's close. It's close.
You know what I just thought about? So in Die Hard, they have the classic Alan Rickman falling, and they had to design new tech to keep with Rickman as he fell. But then Die Hard 2 has someone blowing up towards the camera. So it's a good subversion, Rennie Harlan, as opposed to Rickman falling away. You have someone blowing towards the camera.
And it's the hero. It's not like the villain doing it this time.
Man,
the villain's doing so naked
good.
Tai Chi.
William Sadler.
The great William Sadler.
Demon Knight. He's in a movie called VFW.
Yes, which is great.
Yes! Isn't it good?
It is.
Oh, man. It's, have you heard about it, Jay?
Nope.
It's a bunch of, Vietnam and different types of veterans, Afghanistan, Iraq. They're in a VFW in a really rough area of town. This lady comes in, and all these old veterans have to fight these drugged out people, and a lot of stuff gets really gory.
It's like Assault on Precinct 13 meets Cheers.
I am in. Oh, I've seen the poster for this. I haven't seen it.
That's really great. Cheers meets Assault on Precinct 13. William Sadler's in it.
Yeah.
That's a great cast. The dude from Karate Kid.
Yeah.
George Wendt. It is like Cheers.
He's
the
in
dude
it.
from Warriors, who's like, Warriors come out and play.
He's also in Commando. Yeah.
Oh, man. And also, I think my favorite Rennie Harlan explosion, though, is in the movie Driven, because there's a scene where this guy, Memo, his car flies off the track, and it just explodes. And it is the most unnecessarily large. It's more unnecessarily large than the ones in Deep Blue Sea. So that's my favorite, because it makes me laugh every time I see it.
You know, I've never seen Driven. I have to confess.
Oh, you haven't been driven to watch it?
I haven't. No, I've been driven away from watching it, but that's about it.
This is what you should do. Buy the DVD from France, used, and listen to the commentary, because Stallone does a commentary for the hour plus of deleted scenes that Rennie cut from the film. And he's just sitting there sticking up for the movie, saying it would have been better had they stuck with his scenes. That's what you should watch, because it's one of the most. I've never heard just an A-list Oscar-winning performer do a commentary on deleted scenes, saying how much better they are than the movie. It's pretty great.
That's worth checking out for, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you can get a hold of that from a secondhand store in France, do it.
Or anywhere else. Probably.
Yeah.
No, just the second-hand store in France. That's the only. Nothing else will be accepted.
And then in 2 years, when we're all able to fly around, I expect an update.
VFW's on Netflix. Fantastic.
Oh, it's on Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh, no, check it out.
It's a grimy. Niall, it's grimy, right? It's grimy and grody and bloody and dirty and pessimistic. But
I'm already sold.
Yeah.
Good cast. And also the director, Joe Begos, he did a movie called Bliss.
Yes. It's weird.
Yeah. And the improv, they swear too much. You could tell that there's a lot of improv, so it's F-bombs dropped every 3 words. And it gets old. But the visuals are pretty great in it.
Yeah.
It looks great. And it builds to something kind of neat. But, yeah, there's about 7 billion F-bombs that aren't necessary. And I'm not a prude. I just think when you allow people to improv, they tend to swear. And that's that's what everyone talks about.
And it's kind of like a very strange kind of 80s cable movie, only without restrictions, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, you nailed it. It's another good one. But the lady's in it. She has a cool hairdo in VFW. She's one of the bad guys.
So, Niall, any other thoughts on this chapter or Deep Blue Sea as a whole?
Just that it's damn good fun. I think sort of that the chapter 32, which is sort of the culmination of the film, I think is pretty much the film in its. If you were to shrink it down into one sort of 2-minute sequence, that's it. Kind of ridiculous, funny one-liners and a big explosion.
Big explosion, yeah.
and damn good fun.